Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So the car has been clean for the last few days. I haven't had much time to drive it, so it's been sitting under the car cover. So I want to start the video off by showing you guys this car cover. This is something that everybody always asks me about. Which one is it? And I always have to link it and send them the specific link to the one that I have, since so many people are interested. Now, I've been using this for many years. I actually originally purchased this for my STI. And I've been using it ever since. This actually also fits a G80 M3 as well as an F80 M3, so it fits multiple different types of cars. You know, something similar in size fits no problem. It's very nice since it's stretch fit and it kind of forms to the car and there's no wrinkles or anything like that, and I absolutely love it. Now, it's really thin, but basically what it's doing is keeping any dust off and also a little bit of protection. I have 3 kids, so going into the wife's car and everything and coming by here, it just offers a little bit of protection, and it's great. But this is not for outdoors, so if you want to get an outdoor cover, I would not recommend this. This is really thin. It's like a satin finish. Underneath is a really soft, I don't want to say fleece, but it's a really soft finish as well, so it doesn't scratch the paint. And it's really nice. So yeah, really happy with it. I figured I would show you guys since I do get a lot of questions on it, but I figured I would mention it and show it to you guys, and I'll link it below if you guys are interested. All right, so we got the car cover off. Car's looking fantastic. It's always one of my favorite things to do. After I clean the car, I always put the car cover on just so it stays clean for a decent amount of time, especially it being pollen season. And then anytime I do take it off, I'm just blown away about how amazing this car looks. But what we're actually gonna be doing in this video is something that is free. Now, I love doing free modifications because why not? You don't have to spend money in order to get some things done. You guys may notice, well, you can tell by the title of the video as well as the thumbnail, and obviously you can see right here, the sun visors. These are probably one of the biggest eyesores on the entire car, or any car for that matter. Even on my wife's Telluride, you can't even see them because they're up. But the airbag stickers on the sun visors are such an eyesore. I mean, look at it. It looks ridiculous. So in the US, those are mandatory. It's part of all the rules and stipulations and everything in order to pass. Not even sure if anybody even reads them or even know that they're there. But for me, seeing those things down and knowing others can see it, and it just completely ruins the look of the car, I have to take them off immediately. So there's a couple ways to do this. Now, the first way is the most expensive way, and you can go and source the Euro version sun visors. IND sells them for 300 bucks or like 295 or so. It's exactly the same thing, same finish, same material, but it doesn't have those decals. Second option, depending on, you know, the route that you do go, you can go a custom route. You can have some sun visors wrapped in the material of choice. For me, I would go to Alcantara, probably do some M-stitch or something really subtle. The third option is the free option, and that is what we're going to be doing in this video. I'm actually going to be trying this out, see how it turns out, and then if it doesn't turn out the way that I want it, and it kind of looks a little funky, then I'll probably just end up purchasing the Euro versions. What we're gonna be doing in this video is actually removing those. So you basically get the Euro visors for free, because it's the exact same thing, it just doesn't have those decals. But we'll see how these turn out. I'm a little skeptical on it because anybody that I have seen do this, it leaves a little bit of a residue around where the decal is. Now, not necessarily residue like the sticky stuff, but the visor's a little bit faded around the actual decal. So when you remove that, it almost still looks like the decal is still there because, you know, the sun and everything kind of lightened up the material. But this car is a 2018, only has 21,000 miles on it. So we'll see how that turns out. So I'm kind of hopeful. Hopefully it doesn't have any fading or anything like that. So the only things that you're actually going to need for this is a pick tool, some pry tool, a T20, and some isopropyl alcohol. 70%, as well as some paper towels. Basically, we're going to be soaking the paper towel over top of the decal and basically scraping it off. It's pretty straightforward. I've seen a lot of people do this. So I did post this up on my Instagram asking if anybody had the Euro visors available. And I got so many DMs, people telling me, hey, you know, you could do this for free with the IPA. I was like, yes, I know you can do that, but I would really like to try just to get the Euro versions. A lot of people were just like, hey, try it. I did it to mine. There was no residue. There's no fading or anything, and it looks fantastic. So I figured I might as well make a video, see how it turns out, and then we'll go from there. But let's go ahead. Let's get one of them removed. I'm probably just going to do the passenger side, see how that works out, and then we'll move over to the driver if everything is good. All right, so we are on the passenger side. Now this little plastic area we need to pop off. So if we can get a little pry tool into this little crack, and it kind of swings down this way. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, now we're going to take a T20 and remove this T20 screw. All right, now we're actually going to pull the mirror towards you and down, and then there's going to be a little connection here, and you just got to remove that connection like that, and we got the mirror or the sun visor off the car. All right, so I figured I might as well just do the driver's side, let everything soak at the same time. So I took that little cap off. Just going to remove the T20 here, same thing. Unplug it, and then we can bring it over to the workbench and we can do both at the same time. I was thinking that I would try one first, but I'd rather just do them both at the same time instead of waiting the 10-15 minutes for them to soak properly and then having to do it again. So let's just do it all at once. All right, so we got that one off. Now we gotta pull towards you and down. I got disconnected up here and then disconnect it, and we'll bring this one on over to the workbench as well. And now we got both ready to roll. You get these decals removed. So let's go ahead and move on to the next step. All right, so I got an old microfiber here just so we don't soak the workbench, but all we're gonna do is take some paper towels over here. I think you only take like one, you don't have to get too crazy with it. Then just kind of lay them on top there over the actual decal. And then we're going to use some IPA. This is 70%. You can use a spray bottle one, which honestly I would prefer, but this is just what I had on hand. And we're going to soak it. So you basically want all the decals soaked like that. Same thing on this side. Be generous with it. It's just IPA. It'll clean up, no problem. But I'm going to let that soak. They say anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. I'm probably just going to wait 10. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a nylon brush to kind of scrub it off. It's going to come off in 1,000 pieces. I wish it would just come off in one piece, but that's not what we got. And that's not what's going to happen. So I'm going to let this soak. I'm going to wait 10 minutes. And then I'm going to see how this stuff starts coming off. And then we can go from there. All right, so it's been soaking for about 10 minutes now. I kept kind of reapplying some of the IPA on there just to make sure that the paper towels were completely soaked. My eyes are kind of burning from the amount that I used, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. I kind of tried to do it in the corner here just to get an idea of how this is gonna turn out. And it seems to be coming off, so I may end up waiting a little bit longer, but yeah, so this is what I'm gonna be using for my brush. It's just a pretty soft, it's like a medium stiff nylon brush. Basically just scrub it as much as I can and see it start to flake off. So I'm going to start in this one, which is the passenger side, and then we'll go and do the driver one and see how it goes. All right, so I'm about halfway through done with this one, and I gotta say, this is not fun. This is kind of the moment I was like, man, I'm just about to pony up the $300 or so just to get the Euro versions one. I understand this is free, but pain in the ass, absolute mess. I end up using this Obsessed Garage bristle brush. It's a little bit easier because there's more surface area than just this little one, the handheld one. So it seems to be coming off okay. I've been kind of switching back and forth a little bit. So I'll do this one for a while. I'll put this towel back on there, let it soak. So I've been getting that one off a little bit, but definitely not fun. But we're getting there. Hopefully it turns out pretty decent and everything cleans up pretty well. The material on here is really kind of durable, so you're not going to scratch or anything, so you can rub pretty hard. So I'm going to go ahead, just keep going, see how it turns out, and I'll let you guys know. All right, guys, So I have been at this for the last, I would say, hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And this is the point that I'm at. I have scrubbed, I have used pretty much a whole bottle of IPA, I only got a little bit left, and it's just not coming out. Not to mention the coloring on this from the decal, whatever, is getting onto the actual visor and the little all the little nooks and crannies of the actual material, which is said to clean up. And I've heard that you have to use 91% or higher IPA in order for it to work. But I'm at the point now, it's just not worth my time. And as much as I want to get this to work, and I could just go out and get some 91 or and try that, I just don't see it turning out the way that I want it. And sometimes when you go and do modifications that you're like, oh, it's only gonna be 20 minutes, super quick, it'll look really good, it just doesn't turn out the way that you want it. And I know a lot of people asked me to do this, and I was like, let me just try it, see how it turns out. And I wouldn't be comfortable putting this in my car. So what I'm going to end up doing is ordering the Euro version from IND. They're $295. Yes, they're expensive, but 100% worth it to me after I just spent the last like 2 hours on this trying to get this off, and it's at the point where nothing is coming off whatsoever. And I don't know, kind of strange, because I know a lot of people had success with this and it came off fairly easy, but I've tried different types of paper towels, I've tried obviously multiple different types of brushes, even used my tire brush that I use on my tires to get everything clean, which is a nice nylon, pretty firm bristle brush. Not working. I've used the Obsessed Garage one, which is very similar, and nothing is just working. So I don't know what it is. Maybe my decals are different than everybody else's, but whatever, it's not working. So I'm just gonna go ahead and order up the IND ones. I'm still debating if I should just finish up the video with installing the new ones, but I'm not sure when they're gonna be in. So I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but most likely I'll just wait until those come in. I'll finish up the video. But when you are modifying cars, sometimes things just don't go to plan, and this is one of them. Unfortunately, it was not a free mod for me, so I'm going to go ahead and order up the Euro versions, and then I'll catch back up with you guys once those come in.